Anime hot takes.
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether y'all will agree with me or not. Y'all probably won't. But in a general, obviously it's not every case situation, but in general, sports anime has better character development than any other anime genre, Because in no other anime do you get development on characters that you see only once.
I might not have an argument for that.
Think about it. Let's go to Hajime no Ippo. Jason Ozma. He showed up he was Ippo's first tough fight.
Right.
Never heard from again. But you still got background on him. He's from the military. He had no family. This small little gym embraced him. That's his family.
Okay.
Mashiba. Like you go to other anime, Haikyuu. All of them other teams, Date, Shiratorizawa, the Nekoma, all of those other teams, you got stories on a lot of those people, and you're like, I don't even know, they're not even tertiary characters, and we're getting built up on them.
I don't really have an argument for that.
Yeah,
because it's like you're taking the whole genre, right?
Yeah.
Like, I definitely can't argue shonen, because then you look at shows like Naruto to where secondary characters don't even matter. So you can't really. I'm trying to like think of like some slice of life I watched that, but no, I don't really have nothing to dispute that, really. No.
Yeah, same. I can't.
I mean, that's
anything.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to dispute that.
Yeah, I ain't gonna argue.
Because every genre I can think of that I watched, I can think of, like, I could probably name specific instances to argue.
Yeah.
Like specific animes, but when you're talking about as a whole, yeah, I really don't have anything to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's a good take. I can't counter anything with that.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything.
Yeah, same. I can't push back on you on that one. Yeah, another one? Or is that the
No,
other
that's
one?
the only one I have. I only gave one.
Mine's is Ichiro Oda is a great storyteller. I will never take nothing away from storytelling, but since the time skip, every arc has been the exact same.
So, all right. So I was sitting here and I was like trying to think of an anime hot take because I didn't write one down. And in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, I'll talk about Super real quick. Tell him beat me to it. Never mind. Now I gotta think of something else. But I don't think that's much of a hot take.
Really?
I feel like that's kind of a fact.
Yeah, it's every arc, Lily, since
it's
the
like,
time skip has been the same.
Wait for Goku. People get beat up. Vegeta talks crap.
Oh, he said
Oh,
Oda.
you said Oda.
Oda, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
Ichiro Oda.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
You talking about One Piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
But that is very similar with Dragon Ball Z too, though. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, Krillin and Gohan gets there first. They're in trouble. Piccolo saves them. Piccolo gets beat up. Holds off just enough time for Goku to show up.
So what do you think about? I don't know. My mind is somewhere else. I'm tired. But what do you think every arc's the same in what way?
They get to the arc. They split up. Someone gets in trouble. Luffy saves the day. It's kind of similar. If I don't remember Punk Hazard that much because I hated that arc, but Dressrosa, they get to Dressrosa. They split up. Everyone gets scattered. Luffy saves the day.
Usopp saved the day.
Yeah, Usopp was the MVP of Dressrosa. I forgot, but Luffy did the fight. Then what was after Zoe? Was Zoe after that?
Yeah.
They scattered again. Same thing. Then you get the Whole Cake. Same thing. We're scattered. Luffy.
They weren't really scattered in Whole Cake.
Yeah,
I think they have to scatter because from a storytelling perspective, if they're all together, then you got to keep track of all of these characters all at the same
true.
time. So it just makes logistics really hard.
And they're a big
like,
crew, so they're gonna have to
So
split up.
if I'm fighting against this group of people, so say the numbers are even, it's 5v5. Now you got to keep track of where each person is at any given time. So that's 10 people you got to try to keep track of.
Yeah.
And you can't have them interact in a certain way because, why didn't they just do this? Because a lot of stuff can happen is if someone's there, the trouble that someone would have with a character is nullified. Mm-hmm. Just for example, hey, I'm having trouble with this guy. Luffy would have trouble with this person. Well, Robin can just use her power and grab him. So in order for that to not be an issue that someone's gonna be like, well, she's there, why don't she take care of him?
Or like when
that's why they gotta split them up.
What was her name? Kefla? What was her name? The one that was with Lucian though. I'm forgetting her name.
What the bet?
The one with the glasses and the high stockings, blonde hair.
Khalifa.
Yeah. Like, remember Sanji had to deal with her and it's like Sanji can't hit a girl?
Yeah.
Like, if
Robin or Nami's there.
Yeah, then it's like, well, there's no pushing the story.
I get what you're saying. It just seems like it's always the same thing. Like, because even in Whole Cake, they weren't, technically they were separated at Whole Cake. Because
but Luffy doesn't always save the day.
He fights the strongest pirate per crew,
he's the captain
but he's not. But he's not.
The captain.
He's the main character.
Yeah,
of course, the main character is going to fight the.
Yeah, but it's just like it's kind of like all the same. Like it's just like even though like each crew member has an MVP moment at an arc. Like we all know. I don't know who you thought the MVP was of Whole Cake, but it wasn't Luffy. It was Brook. I thought Brook was the MVP of Whole Cake. He broke the pitcher. Broke Big Mom down.
Yeah.
And he fought her. He lost, but he fought her, and he got the Poneglyph. So I thought Brook was MVP of Whole Cake.
But I get it. The if you're saying the basis are the same, but each story is completely different.
Yeah, the storytelling is still great.
But like Malik said, it's not really about the fights.
No, it never was. It never was. It's always about them. But it just feels like all the arcs are just kind of like the same a little bit. Even like Elbaf is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know what my mind is.
But
their energy drink.
But yeah, I don't know. Like with a crew that big, I don't know how you have to split them up. You have to.
Yeah. I mean, even like think about like games. Like, well, I'm a Mass Effect player. Like my crew is freaking 10 people big, but I only take 2 with me.
Okay.
Just because there's just so much. Like you said, like if I'm as an artist, if I'm trying to draw the scene and I have this person get hit. And I have this person do this, I'm like, holy crap, I can't have these people cross over.
Yeah, that's
so. Whereas if I just separate them, I'm like, I can keep them all where they need to be. And plus, it makes sense for a crew that size.
Yeah.
If the Straw Hats are all sticking together all the time, they're pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah,
but if you separate them, then
even at Egghead, like it was the same thing. It was like one was over here, one was over here, one was over there, and it was just like. But I get it.
I just think you have to.
Plus, they're on giant islands. You're not going to find everything if you all stick together.
Well, that's true, too.
I mean, even the Scooby-Doo gang separated all the time.
Well, we know why, because Fred wanted to do his stuff, but, you know.
That's a hot take.
That is a hot take.
But, yeah, like they have to split them up. Just one, from a storytelling perspective, because there's little conflict if they're all together, because most of them cover each other's weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy's an idiot. If Nami's around, she can keep the idiot in check. So you got to separate them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, the 2 strongest members are the dumbest. You know, which is like you said, it's Luffy, and Zoro's not dumb. He's dumb when it comes to direction.
I'll say Zoro just be lost.
He's just lost, but
like Usopp can't fucking fight. So if he's with Zoro, you're not really worried about Usopp.
Yeah.
Because Zoro's there. But if Usopp's with fucking why is his name slipping my mind?
What's the position of the crew?
The doctor.
Chopper.
Chopper.
Okay.
If he's with Chopper, now that's an issue because Chopper can't really fight unless he takes one of his little rumble pills.
Hey, Usopp and Chopper fought at Alabasta together.
They did, but there's a conflict there, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
There's worry there. If you swap Chopper with Zoro, now it's Usopp and Zoro, there's no worry there.
Okay.
Well, for Zoro, he's trying to protect Usopp at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Even so, Zoro would be like, hey, go over there and snipe. I'll take care of the close-up action.
That's exactly what would happen.
I mean,
you're correct.
So they have to do this in order to be able to create
I got you.
conflict situations. You got to split them up. And it's always going to be split up in a way where they're going to go against someone that they're weak against.
Yeah,
in some way, shape, or form. You have to.
All right, that's fair. What you got?
All right, so this is probably going to be a hot take. I think we kind of covered it before. I don't remember. But if the big three, which is not debatable, I wish people would stop debating on what the big three is. It's Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. That's it. If the big three air today the same way they did back then, they would not be successful. Because of pacing.
One Piece I think will be okay, honestly. The other two, no, because of the fillers.
Right, but if One Piece, with the way it is paced right now, if it was just starting, I don't think it would be as successful. It's my hot take.
I don't know with One Piece. Naruto, yes.
Yeah.
Bleach,
yes, because of the fillers. It kills it.
But think about One Piece.
But One Piece, the only part that got really fucking slow to me was the Katakuri fight.
So I don't know if you've seen they're releasing a new One Piece.
Yeah.
Where they've cut down majority of the pacing issues.
Yeah.
Right.
It's down from 15 or 1,152 episodes or something like that to 300 episodes.
Yeah. Can they speed up the pacing? Yes.
So,
but it's not Dragon Ball Z slow. It's not Naruto slow. It's not Bleach slow.
But what I'm saying is
their pacing was abysmal.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you tried to put that on now with the way animes are and everybody wants to get straight to the point, think about how they had to rush Solo Leveling. Like, if you do that now, people would completely tune it out. People want instant gratification now.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm saying I agree when you say Naruto and Bleach. I don't think I agree with One Piece.
Yeah, same.
I mean, think about it. You got people complaining now, I don't want to watch 1,100 episodes. Like, think about it. One Piece has been on since 1999.
See, people aren't refusing to watch One Piece because of pacing. They're refusing to watch it because there's 1,000 fucking episodes,
which is because of pacing, though.
But what I'm saying is, even if it was well paced and it was paced like current anime is, but was still 1,000 episodes, they still wouldn't want to watch it,
right?
Because it's 1,000 episodes. It has nothing to do with the pacing.
But it's
the episode count,
right?
So regardless of the quality, people don't want to watch it because it's 1,000 fucking episodes.
Right. But when do you get to Luffy's first big fight? It's what, Arlong?
No, Don Krieg.
Was that considered a big fight?
That was the first. That was his first
really
serious fight.
Big fight.
I don't know what you consider a big fight because
I think Arlong would be the first.
Which that was in the 40s.
Really, really big fight.
That's
was probably Arlong. Maybe Don Krieg. It might because Don Krieg was like 10 or so.
Just think about how quickly people are to tune out animes now. If you try to get 40 episodes before you get to like a real big fight, people are going to be like, I don't want to watch this.
I would agree if there were no fights in the interim, but there were.
Yeah, but they weren't like they were like this. They were good fights, and when you watch it as a whole, you really, really appreciate them.
Right.
But like, I'm just saying, people today, if this was a brand new anime and we knew nothing about it, people would tune it completely out. I'm not saying everyone.
I disagree.
I'm just saying it wouldn't be as big.
Solo Leveling, what do you consider a big fight? What do you consider a big fight in Solo Leveling? Egress. Okay, that
it was right at the end of season 1.
That was what, 20-something episodes?
12?
I thought the first season was 20-something episodes.
I don't think it was.
I
could be wrong. I
don't
don't remember.
I'm
to
just
be honest
assuming.
with you.
That was a good take though. Like I said, I'm with Malik. I agree definitely with the Bleach and Naruto, but the One Piece I think it might make it. But again, it is hard too because again, like nobody wants to sit around until 25 to 40 episodes to watch the first series fight.
Here's what I'm saying. Every season there's like 20 new animes coming out.
Right.
If you're not jumping out at the moment, most people are tuning into something else.
That's true, but also I think this is why One Piece is actually doing well now because a lot of these animes that people are watching when the seasons are over, they have nothing really to watch. If there's nothing else, so
That's very
like
true.
there's One Piece, so there is that. But that's why I think it might be able to work because of that situation. But yeah.
I should have just been a rise. But yeah.
But yeah, it was
12 episodes, yeah.
Yeah, like I said, so 12 episodes for the first big fight. But
well, it really kind of started in episode like 10, didn't it?
I think so. 10 or 11. But there were fights in the meantime in One Piece that were it could hold you over. They weren't big fights. You got Kuro, you got the Morgan, like you got Dawn Krieg. Those maybe weren't major fights. But they were still significant enough.
But if you were to put them against today's anime, like Solo Leveling, for instance, and you're like, dude, he almost died at the very beginning of this show. And really, you can say the first 2 or 3 episodes where he was in the second dungeon.
Yeah,
is when shit got real, and you're like, well, nothing like. It's not that. It's not that. Again, One Piece is my favorite anime, but the build up was definitely worth it. But I'm saying in today's anime culture, nobody wants to wait for the build up. Everybody wants instant gratification from episode 1.
True.
A lot of people are turning, even go into like the band group and just read the comments. Oh man, I made it through 1 episode and I didn't like it. It's like, bro, what show did you like 1 episode in? You know what I mean?
Probably Attack on Titan.
I will say
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, but that's like the instant gratification everybody wants. They don't want to wait 4 or 5 episodes. Again, that's why I turned off free rent.
But so I'm not going to say that's an instant gratification thing. Sometimes it's just you don't feel the vibe of the show. You could be wrong, but if I turn on an anime and I'm into action and this is coming across as not action, I'm not feeling the vibe, I'm not going to continue watching it. Even if it is a overall good anime,
right?
It's not what I'm looking for. So why should I go in further when I've already felt out that this is not the vibe I want?
Right.
And I get that.
But that's not an instant gratification thing. That's just not the vibe I want.
I mean, that is instant gratification.
It's not instant. If I turn on this show and I think it's going to be, like, for example, if I turn on, I've seen a joke about it. If I turn on Promised Neverland, because I see a bunch of children and I think, oh, it's going to be happy.
You're not getting happy from Promised Neverland.
Exactly. But you look at the picture, you see a bunch of kids. Oh, Neverland maybe it has something to do with Peter Pan. You turn on the first episode, now you're like, this is nothing like what I expected it to be. I'm turning it off.
Right.
That doesn't mean Promised Neverland is bad. It doesn't mean they're looking for instant gratification. It means the genre that they thought this was going to be, this ain't it.
Right.
So why do they need to watch more? That's not what they wanted. That's not an instant gratification thing. It's not what I want.
So look at this. Have you seen people talk about Tokyo Revengers was online.
I don't listen to anyone talk about anything online.
Okay, so not watch people in comments and stuff. Yeah.
That's what
I'm about to say. Every single person complain. Well, let me know when Takemichi starts to fight back. Let me know when he learns how to fight. Like, and it's like, bro, that's not what the show's about. And it's like people literally are like, well, I stopped watching it because this is a show about fighting and Takemichi doesn't fight. And it's like, well, it's not a show about fighting. You just missed the entire point of the show. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's
the
my whole
attention
point.
span of people is so short.
Oh, yeah.
That's not instant gratification to me. They don't know the point of the show.
Right. But they want the instant gratification of seeing. They don't want to let the characters develop.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to let the characters develop anymore. They just want to see the end product.
But my whole thing is, if that's not the point of the character, period, where he may never get to that point, that's not his purpose.
Yeah.
It's not instant gratification. You're just misreading the fucking show.
Yeah, but
that's
they still want the gratification of seeing him fight.
Yeah, but that's not instant. I don't think, like, instant gratification is how you always bring up about Deku. They're like, why can't he harness the power off Rip? He's not supposed to, but you want the instant gratification that he does get it off Rip.
Yes, and that's how Takemichi is.
That's instant gratification. But if I turn on, I'm trying to think of a good example off the top of my head. If I turn on Kuroko no Basket, and I'm like, I'm waiting for Kuroko to start dunking on people. That's not going to fucking happen. That's not instant gratification. You're just missing the point of the fucking show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a difference between if they started off gratification and just missing the whole point. The whole point of Kuroko no Basket is teamwork.
Right.
It's not about him becoming some dominant player.
Right. But let's say that show it started off and they lose their first couple games. A lot of people is going to be like, I don't want to watch this till they start winning. That's what I'm saying. Those are the kind of people that will watch these animes and they just instantly like, I want nothing to do with it until I hear they're doing this, or that. So like Boruto, for instance, I have no interest in watching Boruto. I never did, and I probably won't.
I watched, I think, around 70, 80 episodes.
There's like 200 episodes in. Someone was like, oh, yeah, now it's going to get crazy. Now y'all should start watching. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, I was waiting for it. Now I'll start it. And I'm like, if you wanted to watch it, why didn't you just start from the beginning like every single other person?
Yeah, right.
So that you're not completely missing everything. Or the people that's like, oh, man, can I just skip all episodes of One Piece and just start at Water 7? No, no, you cannot. But that's what I'm saying. People want instant gratification. And
I agree. Obviously, I agree. There's people that's going to want instant gratification. But is that the majority, or is that just a loud minority?
It's always a loud minority that's just talking. I'm not saying everyone. I'm just saying.
But you're saying that these anime,
if you're comparing it to the shows like the anime now that get straight to the point,
but
it's not good. It wouldn't hold up as well.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying it's not going to do as well if it got released now because people want instant gratification. But is that the majority, or is that just the loud minority?
Well, if you look at the shows that are like winning anime of the year and all of that, then it seems like it's the majority.
But anime of the year is just what came out this year. The trend right now is to get to the point. That doesn't mean that I could see if, say, One Piece did drop now and Solo Leveling dropped at the same time, and they're like, fuck One Piece because One Piece is too slow. We want Solo Leveling. All of the anime is like Solo Leveling right now.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you're saying let One Piece build up to become what it is because people would. So like, okay, so Solo Leveling was on what, 2 seasons ago? Then last season we had To Be a Hero X, and we had there's another one I'm missing. I gotta look at my thing. And then now this season you got a bunch of new anime that are fire. The one anime dude, first episode, he killed 4 of the heroes that showed up, and you like, holy crap! It's called
But my whole point is that doesn't mean that everybody wants the instant gratification. That's just what they're catering to.
So, yeah, but like I said, if you look at like all the anime that are trending, it's none of them are starting slow.
But are there any anime right now that are slow starters?
Yes.
Yeah, Lazarus.
Lazarus is just slow altogether.
Yeah.
But like, for example, you brought it up before. Frieren is a slow starter. But you said it's incredible.
Yeah, and majority of people dropped it in the first couple episodes. You know how many comments in the little group there was that was
how
just
is it? How is it the majority of people dropped it when it did great numbers?
Yeah, afterwards. If you look at its first viewing numbers, they weren't that great.
But my whole point is,
it blew up more after it aired.
But I don't think I just don't think it's an instant gratification thing.
Oh, so like, yeah, so you'd went from solo leveling to be a hero. Now Dan is back on. What else is back on that's fire? This show called Clavitas or Clavit.
But I don't.
Yeah, Clavitas. It's fire.
I still feel that it's not the majority, but the loud minority that's driving that narrative, especially for shows like One Piece. Now, if we're talking shows like Naruto, like Dragon Ball Z, I agree with you because the pacing of those are abysmal. But to counter your point, because there's a show an anime that came out that really got to the fucking point and it fucked it up because they didn't build anything.
God of High School?
Yep.
Yeah.
They got to the point way faster than they fucking should have.
No, they missed the point.
That's what I mean.
They didn't get to the point. They missed the point.
Like, but that's my point.
They changed the tournament. They messed up everything on
That's what
show.
I'm saying. But why were they doing it? To get to the shit that they felt people would want.
No, but they skipped so much. That was the problem with that show.
But I'm saying they skipped it. Why? To get to the instant gratification. To get to what was the main character's name?
Jin Mori.
Jin Mori. To get him to change and get to those points. They wanted to hurry along to that. And they skipped a bunch of other shit.
But no. But the problem with that is not that they skipped. They didn't skip anything important. They changed the stuff. They changed the way the tournament worked, which made no sense. They changed like who was fighting in the tournament and everything, which made no sense. They didn't need to do that. You would have still got the gratification up front because there was still crazy fights. But when you change the rules and the one dude, I can't remember, Jim Mori's friend, he wasn't supposed to fight in the one fight. It was supposed to be 2-on-1 or 2-on-3. You know what I mean? But then they're like, oh, well, he's back. And it's like, no, that wasn't supposed to be there. So now there's no drama. You took away the drama of it just being them two. Like, you know what I mean?
But the reason I felt they did that was to rush things along.
That could have been.
So that's what I mean.
Honestly, I don't know what they were doing with that.
But that's what I mean. They were doing that, I feel, to rush things along to get to we're focused on these high points. We want to hit these high points. And then they did that, and people were like, what is this shit?
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought the show was decent until I read the manga, and I was like, whoa.
See, I thought the show was decent, but I was lost in certain things, like with what's her name trying to marry dude. I'm like, where did this come from? Why
they didn't
explain it. This is going over the course of months or whatever. Like, I'm thinking this was a day.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what? And it didn't make sense.
But even like the One Piece fights, for instance, right? How long do their fights take? How many episodes?
Most of them are between 6 to 10 episodes.
No, the big fights. So like when he was fighting like
the only one that's really, really long that I know of was Katakuri. That And that's what I'm talking about. That one,
that Dolphy fight was long too. He was fighting Dolphy for like 50 episodes.
Oh, it was 50.
But it felt like it. It was probably at least like 30, right? Oh my god.
No.
You don't think so?
No. I want to say
17 episodes. Oh, season 17, my bad.
13 episodes.
That don't sound right at all.
From episode 718 to episode 730. He got fourth gear in 726.
I know the category fight was like 21 episodes.
That seems so much longer than that. It seemed like they dragged that arc out. But all right, so the
that's what I mean. Like most of the fights weren't very drawn out. Like except for the really, really big ones, Doflamingo, Katakuri, those were long.
Yeah.
All the other ones were a couple of 5 to 10 episodes long, and I think that's fine.
But now what people want to see is straight episode. Now look up To Be a Hero X Queen fight. And look how long that is. You don't have to do episode count. It's one episode, but
you said Queen fight?
Yeah. Like, look how long the fight. You could take off episode count because it's only one episode. But look how long the fight is. Like 21 minutes straight of just hands.
Okay,
and I'm like, this is what people want. Like Beirut versus Jin Woo was like just straight hands.
Yeah,
like people want that. They want to see it all up front. They don't want to keep waiting week to week.
I don't think I agree with that statement.
Okay.
I don't agree with that one. I think if the pacing of the fight is good, people are willing to go multiple episodes.
You ain't reading these comments in these anime groups then.
But once again, this is a loud minority. Most people are like me and won't even fucking bother posting anything.
There's a lot of people in these groups.
That's the loud minority. You got to think, we're talking about millions and millions of people.
Well, yeah, we ain't talking about the actual Japanese people.
But a few hundred people complaining is not the majority. It's just a loud number of, like 100 people is a lot. But in the grand scheme of things, 100 people compared to a million,
if you see how many animes start every year and don't ever come back.
But
that's what I'm saying. That
doesn't necessarily mean it's an instant gratification thing. It's also the market's flooded.
Exactly my point. So if One Piece is so like the way it started in a flooded market, because the market wasn't flooded like this back in 99.
No, it wasn't.
When it started. So what I'm saying is people would instantly tune out because they'd be like, I got 20 other shows to watch. This show is taking too long to get to the point.
See, I disagree. For One Piece. I disagree for One Piece. I'm with you on the other ones.
I'm telling you, this is how people watch anime now. They'd be like, look, I can show this is just this season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Clavit. Why am I going back to my hold on, watch this. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, plus One Piece, 9. And Vigilantes just went off. That's 9 anime just in my watch list. Just in mine that I have to watch every week. Yeah, I'm not going to if something's slow. Let's see. What was slow here?
But you're missing my point. One Piece isn't slow. That's my point.
Compared to this anime now, it is
slower than these anime, but
that's what
not
I'm saying.
Slow.
Compared to these animes now, it is slow.
It is not slow.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. One Piece, I don't agree with.
Yes, it is slow.
Dragon Ball Z is slow as shit. I agree.
You get the Raditz fight almost right away.
As shit. Yeah, but look how slow it takes for think about how the fight goes. They do like 2 moves in an episode. That's slow as shit.
I'm talking about the whole count up of the episode. Think about it. Okay, how many episodes was that? What was the other fight we mentioned? Not
Katakuri or Doflamingo?
Katakuri. You said it was what?
21 episodes.
21 episodes. That's almost half the year.
But notice
that's half the year of waiting every single week.
Notice that's the one when you first brought it up, I was like, that fight was long.
Yeah. But
that's,
even
13
episodes, that's 4 months. 3 months. 3 months in a day or a month, a week.
But by that point, you're enamored with One Piece.
You gotta get there.
It's not, but my whole point is, it's not like the Katakuri fight was the first fight ever. And you're like, yo, this is slow as shit. By the time you get to the long fights, you're invested in the show.
That's what I'm saying. And you have to get there.
But what I'm saying
most people wouldn't give it a chance today.
I'm saying One Piece, you would get invested within, by the time he's done fighting fucking Morgan, you're invested.
Not everyone.
I honestly feel you're invested by Morgan.
Who's Morgan?
Captain Morgan. The Navy base where Zoro was being kept.
Oh, okay. Episode 3. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think.
Was it?
I wasn't even invested.
Was it a top tier fight? No. Or even if you don't want to count Morgan, Buggy.
That's when I started not liking it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, nah, dude. No.
I like Buggy now, but
all right. So let me put it this way. The Morgan fight comes on TV, right? Right, and then you change the episode, and then you watch Jinwoo versus Igris. You're gonna be like, why the hell am I gonna go back and watch that other show? That was terrible. And this is what the build up was to versus this show. And that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about the anime community and wanting instant gratification.
But
there's a reason that Solo Leveling beat out Frieren for anime of the year. They want that gratification.
I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying is the driving factor is.
So let's put it this way. Crunchyroll had over 100 million votes on their anime of the year. Over 100 million. Solo Leveling won.
Solo Leveling is good.
Solo Leveling season 1 was good. I agree. Was it better than Frieren as a whole? Absolutely not. And that's coming from a Solo Leveling fan. Why didn't Frieren win? Because it took too long to get to the point.
Is that the case? Or
why didn't Apothecary Diaries win? Because people want instant gratification.
Is Frieren and Apothecary Diaries, I haven't watched either of them, are they shonen anime like Solo Leveling? That the largest consuming of anime is shonen.
That is true.
Regardless. So they don't stand a chance just because they're not in the same genre.
Shonens don't win every year.
But generally speaking, shonen's going to be at the top. Almost
generally,
every year.
But they
generally
shonen
speaking,
don't win every year.
It has to be a bad year of shonen for something else to win.
But if you Attack on Titan is not a shonen.
Attack on Titan's not a shonen, but Attack on Titan's also not like Frieren.
But
right?
but that's what I'm saying. Like a shonen don't have to win every year.
I'm not saying
so,
but I'm saying
what I don't know. I don't even know what the. There we go. Here I am. I'm already on the past winners. Jujutsu Kaisen. Okay, here you go. Spy Family. It's not a shonen.
What year was that?
They won in, I don't know. It doesn't say what year. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was The Must Protect. My bad.
No, I'm.
Look, okay. Cyberpunk Edge Runners won in 2023.
Yeah, I'm looking at the.
Oh, there you go.
2024 was Solo Leveling, shonen.
Look, Apothecary Diaries came in second.
But once again, what won? Shonen. Jujutsu Kaisen, shonen. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I don't know.
It's not a shonen.
That's not a shonen. Is that really even an anime, so to speak?
Not really. But yeah.
Attack on Titan, that's not a shonen.
Yeah.
But once again, Jujutsu Kaisen season 1, shonen.
But that makes sense though.
Demon Slayer, shonen. Devilman Crybaby, no.
That's not.
Made in Abyss.
First of all, how did Devilman Crybaby win anything? That was terrible.
People loved it.
That show was terrible. Made in Abyss is not a shonen. Yuri on Ice is not a shonen.
But what I'm saying is, but the majority of winners are shonen. You got to be above and beyond the shonen to stand out.
And again, Apothecary Diaries and Free Rent they're amazing shows. They were well received.
But are they above and beyond the shonen? No.
They should be.
I'm talking as far as popularity goes. Popularity goes to the shonen.
First of all, popularity, I don't know. How did Yuri on Ice win?
What were the other ones that year?
That was a big hit when that came out. I don't know why, but it was.
Mob Psycho, My Hero, ReZero. Like,
I never watched ReZero.
My Hero's been big.
I don't even know what these ones are. I never heard of these.
Erase is good.
I never heard of those ones. But Yuri on Ice, I heard a lot of people talk about it. I never watched it.
As compared to My Hero?
But I don't think this hit in America.
Made in Abyss was horrible. Not as it was. It's very sad.
Like, I think this was big overseas. I don't.
Could be.
But that's what I mean. Like, you're talking about a loud minority. I honestly think this is just we're just going to go in circles. We're going to agree to disagree. But like I said, I agree with you on most of them.
Look at them. Look, Apothecary Diaries, Delicious in Dungeon, and Free Rent. None of them are shonens.
But none of them won.
Yeah, they didn't.
None of them won.
Solo Leveling.
Like, there's just certain genres that even in any form, to win an award, if you're part of a certain genre, you're not going to fucking win unless you are fucking incredible. In video games, a sports game's not going to win Game of the Year.
Vinland Saga Season 2, even in the top 5, people are going to be pissed at me.
But what I mean, like, in video games, a sports game's not going to win Game of the Year.
Well, no, it shouldn't.
But why not?
Because they're the same thing every year.
But what if I came out with a game that's revolutionary?
Well, you know what? That soccer game is going to be up there this year. It might not win, but it's going to be up there.
But my whole point is, when you're not part of what's popular as far as awards go, it doesn't matter if you didn't win an award, because you're not gonna be in the running to begin with.
Yeah, but
the cards stacked against you from the jump. Like, Apothecary Diaries and Free Rent getting this high is notable just getting there. Winning would have been ridiculous.
But if you look at their awards and they won other things, just not Anime of the Year. So people are clearly still voting for them.
Yeah. But once again, so obviously they are good.
Yeah, but people want gratification.
But Free Rent's not instant gratification.
Best background art, Free Rent. Best drama, Free Rent.
Yeah, but once again, so that
Best
tells
supporting character, Free Rent.
So
but they want the fighting of Solo Leveling. They want the gratification.
They want what's popular. They want what most people are going to vote on Anime of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get the majority of the votes on Anime of the Year. Most people are not going to go to subcategories. Correct? Or am I right or am I wrong?
But even if you talk about the most popular last year, Dandadan came in third. That would have easily been the number 2. That actually might have been more popular than Solo Leveling when it was on.
I'm still saying instant gratification is not the driving factor. I think it's a loud minority. Anime is, especially in this country, is driven by shonen.
Yeah, in this country, sure.
And I can only speak on this country because I'm not in any other one.
Right.
So if you're a shonen, you instantly start with a leg up. I'm not going to
But you have to understand.
I'm not. If I'm the standard anime watcher,
Solo Leveling started with a leg up because of its manhwa.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it did.
Because you want to know why?
Why? Hold it. Why did you know about Solo Leveling before it came out?
Because of you.
Because of what? Because of the manhwa.
No.
Because of the manhwa.
You.
It had all that hype coming in because of the manhwa.
It had hype coming in because of the manhwa, but that's not where most of the hype came from. Most of the hype comes from word of mouth.
From the manhwa.
No.
Yes.
All it takes is one person to read the manhwa to start word of mouth.
Before the show was ever even before it even ran an episode, everybody who watches anime was waiting on it.
I wasn't until you brought it up to
anime.
me. I do watch anime.
Barely.
What are you talking about?
When's the last time you watched a new anime?
A new anime? I have no idea.
Exactly my point. Now ask me when the last time I watched a new anime.
Yesterday.
Exactly.
You get to watch TV at work.
It wasn't actually yesterday. It was the day before. But whatever.
You get to watch TV at work. You don't count.
No, I play video games at work.
You could, but you still can.
I don't get to watch new anime at work because I can't watch without jazz. No, I can't.
You can.
I will get told off.
And also, you have 3 days off a week or whatever, or 4 days off a week.
Dude,
hold on, wait. No, you only work 2 days a week. You're off 5 days a week. Right?
Yeah.
So you got time. I'm at work 5 days a week, except every other week.
We work the same amount of hours, though.
Not necessarily.
I might work more hours than you.
You might be at work longer than me. But what are you doing? You're playing College 26.
No, I'm picking up 1,000-pound dude.
That's only a couple hours out of your day.
Well, it's a tough few hours.
Don't get me wrong. It is a tough few hours. It's a couple hours out of your day.
What I'm saying is, everyone was anticipating Solo Leveling because of people like me who read the manhwa. It was everybody already knew about it before it even dropped. So
because it's a shonen. Because it's a shonen.
Yeah.
Because it's a shonen.
But it can be a shonen and still suck.
But people got to make it suck. But being a shonen, yes, it doesn't guarantee it's going to be good, but it guarantees it's going to get some eyes on it just because it's a shonen.
Right. But, okay. So
for the shoujos and the seinen type anime.
You could talk about just popularity. But look, Demon Slayer is one of the most popular animes of all time. It came in 4th place. So I don't even know what Bocchi the Rock is.
I don't know what that is.
I don't even know what that is, and I watch anime. Like, what is that? But that's what I'm saying. So there are people like Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man was super popular, but was it bigger than Demon Slayer? No.
But it's also Demon Slayer of that year.
Yeah, no.
Swordsmith Village Arc wasn't one of the best. Was, in my opinion, wasn't one of the best seasons.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you just even off of popularity, there's still better shows than it. So what I'm saying is, but a lot of people don't want to give these stuff. So if you talk to anybody that watched Free Ren, they'll tell you it was probably anime of the year. A lot of people will tell you it's anime of the year.
Yeah.
It didn't win. Why? Because the first couple episodes were slow. And people want to see action.
That's the part. Action. Keyword. Action. Like I said,
that's
anime.
Gratification.
No, that's genre.
Oh my God.
That's genre. This, at least in this country, is driven by an action or shonen level thing. So if you are a shonen, you already have a leg up. Then if you're a good shonen, then it's going to take you even higher. If you're not a shonen, you have a steep hill to climb to just get even. You see it all the time in other genres, in movies. In order to be in consideration for an award for a movie, for movie of the year or whatever the fuck they call it.
An Oscar?
An Oscar for Best Picture. Best Picture, that's it. For Best Picture, it's generally some movie none of us want to fucking see.
That's completely true.
Mhm.
That is true. I don't think I've seen any of the most recent ones.
Exactly. But the movies that are popular that appeal to us got to be even better than just popular to pass that, because there's a stigma that the best movies are going to be this. Their stigma is the best anime is going to be shonen. You have to be above and beyond that just to get into the picture. It's not because people want the instant gratification of it. It's because that's what the industry is driven by. Like, if it was just instant gratification, why isn't Marvel movies winning Oscars?
I'm not saying, I'm talking about just for the anime.
But it applies in that area as well.
Well, first of all, those are just okay movies with a lot of action. They're not like award-winning movies. But anyway,
but if it was just instant gratification and getting to the action, why aren't they up there?
First of all, because the movie community and the anime community are two different communities.
Oh yeah,
by far.
But they're still going to they're still going to have those type of prejudices where things are going to get preferential treatment.
But when you're talking about the anime community, you're not talking about the snooty snobs that go and review movies. You're talking about just
you're referring to the snooty snobs who think they know everything about anime. It's still a snooty snob.
No, it's just either. I'm talking about just your average anime watcher.
The average anime watcher is the minority.
No.
The average anime watcher is going to just watch shonen.
That's not true either.
I think it is. I think they better shonen.
The average anime watcher in America might only watch shonen.
I can only
the average American might only watch.
I can only speak to America.
Well, I mean, that's a lot more women are watching anime, so I don't know, and they already outnumber men. So
the ones that I'm coming across are watching shonen.
The women,
yes,
not the ones I've come across. They're watching those freaking shoujo or
most of them. The ones I'm coming across, they're watching One Piece, they're watching Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, they're watching shonens.
I mean, and now,
so that's what I mean. If what's pushed in front of you, which in America was pushed in front of us, is primarily shonen, of course that's going to get preferential treatment. That doesn't mean people want instant gratification. It's just what's put in front of you.
Yeah, but people still want instant gratification.
But I'm still saying it's the
people still
loud minority that's driving that. Yes, I'm not arguing with you that people don't want instant gratification. My argument is it's not the majority. It's the loud minority.
No, I think in America it's the majority.
It's the loud minority.
All right, we're done with this topic. This has been 50 minutes. Y'all argued about this for 50 minutes. That was a good take, though. Because you said you're going to be running in circles. Literally.
It's a loud minority.
It's minority everything.
That group I hate, that EJO, whatever.
I think that's gone. I think they made another one. They have
like 300,000 members.
Oh, yeah.
How many black people are in America?
Well, people have like how many?
Like
I know, but I'm just saying
12% or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm just saying. So
I mean, there's still millions,
and those are the people that would complain. That's a majority if we're talking Americans.
A loud minority.
That's a majority.
That's a loud minority. They're not even the majority of the people in this country.
No, I just said just the black Americans.
So they're
talking about black Americans.
But what I'm saying, it's the minority. It's a subgroup of a subgroup of a subgroup.
All right, so
think about it. Black people's a subgroup of the American population. So that's already 12% or whatever it is. Then you got
13,
whatever. Then you got the subgroup of that is black people who like anime. That's another subgroup. Then you got the subgroup on top of that of the people that's in this group. Then you got the subgroup of that who are making these comments. That's a subgroup of a subgroup of a subgroup.
Lots of subs.
It's a loud minority.
You could even go to Look at
Some
all
loud
that
minority.
This was about anime hot takes, right?
Yeah.
We've all seen the hot takes online. Everybody posting.
Yeah.
It's always something to this extent. People were complaining, "Oh, this show takes too long. This show's too. It's too this. It's too that. Or the show's too long. I don't want to watch it." Like,
I just saw someone say Yu Yu Hakusho was terrible. I don't pay attention to these fucking hot takes.
you know what? I seen that person too, and I was like, "Yeah, somebody." It was a girl.
Was it on the band page?
I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I think I seen it on TikTok.
I didn't. Yeah.
As soon as I seen it, I just scrolled. I was like, next.
I think it was a guy.
Jess doesn't like it. She doesn't like Yu Yu Hakusho.
Who, Jazz?
Mm-hmm.
That's fine, but did she say that it was the worst anime ever? Like that girl
people
did?
are just stupid.
Like there's 8 billion. There's 8 billion people on the planet, so obviously
it's not going to appeal to everybody.
Everybody, but So
which is why I remember a while ago I said I was like, a lot of y'all don't even watch enough anime to say it's bad. Like, well, but all right. Well, that was a good argument.
Like 50-minute.
Tim's just sitting there like
50-minute. I said my point 50 minutes ago. Y'all just kept going. Hey, that's what it's about.
Hey,
that's what it's about.
The wrestling comparison.
That's what it's about.